Today is our first day in the South Island and I really want to start on a high, so I've booked us into a mail cruise.
This morning we're waking up in the lovely Tombstone Backpackers, where they make freshly baked scones every single morning for their guests, absolutely free. So we're having breakfast, then borrowing the car to go down to the harbour for our activity of the day.
We are going to explore Marlborough Sounds.
How?
On the mail boat. We're going to go
On the
to
what?
deliver some mail.
What? Why?
Because there's so many remote places in the middle of the Marlborough Sounds that they still need to get their mail, so we're going to go give it to them. The seals are waving away and going, "See you later. High five."
The mail cruise is probably one of the most iconic activities to do in Picton. It covers most of Marlborough Sound while delivering mail to some of its inhabitants and letting tourists like us see those places for ourselves. The mail are delivered in bags that bear the name of the cove or bay that they need to go to, and Bruce simply exchanged the bags full of mail for empty bags that the inhabitants would just give him back.
There are 5 scheduled stops on our cruise today, but the cruises are different every single time on this, depending on who needs their mail delivered. But we're seeing some really remote places, some places where a guy has to trail his mail up the mountain in a train. The Marlborough Sounds are looking absolutely stunning today, despite the weather being a little atmospheric, shall we say. Totally different to what we saw yesterday when we took the ferry down the Marlborough Sounds. It is absolutely cloud covered and raining, but it just gives it that eerie sort of look to the mountains.
And the awesome thing today is that there is only us on the boat. There is absolutely no one else in this cruise.
This is the beauty of doing a tour in winter. Usually you're in really small groups or you have it all to yourself.
Some of the inhabitants are much happier than others to see Bruce coming, because he's coming bearing gifts and you can see the excitement in their eyes. We arrive in a bay that has about 4 or 5 dogs waiting for Bruce, super excited because he's coming with some little treats for them. Because some of those places are so isolated, Bruce tells us that his job is also to provide a social link to the inhabitants. He's taking the time to have a bit of a 5-10 minute chat with each of them, giving them news about what happens back in the town and also what happens in the world, because a lot of them don't have phones, internet or any other connections with the world.
We're getting in on the action too, feeding the adorable dogs, which I personally just want to take one back on the boat with us and travel around New Zealand with, but unfortunately Bruce won't let us. As we're cruising through the Marlborough Sounds, we are having some complimentary tea and coffee, which as an English person I'm always happy to hear. And while we're sipping on some hot beverages, Bruce is telling us more about the history of the Marlborough Sounds, as well as the type of wildlife that we're likely to see on the cruise, including dolphins, maybe we'll see a few seabirds, maybe even a whale, but who knows what we'll see.
Bruce keeps going from one cove to the other, providing mail and news to its inhabitants. It's absolutely awesome to see him do his job in such an amazing place. To be quite honest, the eerie and mystical weather that we're having right now To most people it looks absolutely atrocious, but to me it just makes the sound look so much better. Bruce also takes the time to tell me how difficult it is to navigate the boats in the sound, especially in summer when there is so much traffic, including the massive ferries that link the North and the South Islands.
Being the big kid that Robin is, he asks Bruce if he can take the helm and become the captain of the Beachcomber Cruise. So far, he's just been doing the windscreen wipers, pressing a few buttons, and trying to avoid islands, which I'm pretty happy about.
Captain Robin is nailing the cruise so far. We are not even lost.
And we're still on the lookout for the dolphin pods that actually stay around the Marlborough Sounds all year round. It's just a matter of finding where they are.
I still have hope in finding dolphins around the sound, despite the weather making the visibility quite bad. And we keep on our merry way to the furthest point that we're going to visit today, which is Panga Cove. This is our last stop for today. We are delivering a little bit of mail, taking a little bit of time to say hi to the owners and check out the area before making our way back toward Picton.
There's one more unscheduled stop on our mail boat cruise, so we say hello to one more doggy before making our way back to Picton.
The last leg of our journey is even more beautiful than the previous one, as we are just rushing through the sounds, making it for an amazing time lapse.
Laura just took a shit and it's a bit burning my eyes right here. That's the harsh reality of traveling together. We get to know each other into a chemical level hazard. I lost my train of thought. I mean, I think I lost my brain. I think my brain just liquefied. I took like one breath and it's like... Alright, I'm gonna try to fucking... It smells so bad.